Well, hello. It's me, your big lovable slab. Don't you love my new outfit? Don't you love how pretty it is? Don't you love my sexy, sexy cheetah pants? Here, let me show you something. So they released some more cosmetic stuff. For instance, this. This is new. It is a little bandito mask that you can put on, so that's neat. This is new. You can get a little Aquila right on your forehead. This is new. You can get some screws if you're into that. But I'm not into that stuff, so we're going to equip this back on. And then here's the other thing I got that was new. Or one of them. Look at this. Doesn't it look very flashy and shiny? Look at all of the pretty bullets. Look at all of these wonderful bullets that you can use in your big old guns. And these leather strappies that go onto your arm to tie, I guess, that armor plate onto there. Isn't that neat? And you can see my tum-tum. But I want to put this back on. And last but not least, oops. It is our lovely cheetah pants. They fit quite well. They are very pretty. They get the heretic's attention, and I got some spiky boots with them. But once again, I want my camo. I am a slab soldier, not a slab fashion man. Oh. For a moment there, I was a headless slab, and you better believe I'll be slabbing in headlessness or with head. Anything, honestly, I'll slab. But you know, it's pretty cool. I enjoy being an ogre. And you know, I got to build a Warhammer army. Because I guess we're going to play some Warhammer Fantasy. It's with Warhammer Armies projects later. And that seems pretty cool. I'm building an Empire army, and I have a bunch of guns, and I have some halberdiers and some spearmen, and a cannon. But one of my things that I really liked that I got was I got 3 ogres. Because in the Warhammer Armies project, the latest book for the Empire, you can bring some ogres, but you could also bring some dwarfies. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat? I think it's pretty neat. Pretty neat and cool. And the person I'm playing against, apparently they're going to bring some dark elves. So I get to charge at them with my big old power. My big old... They kind of look like these guys, but with different stuff. They're going to have big fancy hats. You know, like the Empire hats. I'm going to need to find a big chicken to get those feathers. But don't worry, I can do it. I believe in me. And my ability to find feathers to put in my hat. And call it macaroni. Apparently macaroni was at some point a word that you could just use to describe basically anything that was kind of fancy. Isn't that neat? I think that's neat. But yeah. And I'm also getting ready to play some Warhammer 40k here in the near future. We're going to use Tabletop Sim. And I think I'm going to play Tau. But I might just play some Space Marines. I like both those. Total collapse of power matrix doesn't seem like it would be a good thing. Probably would cause larger amounts of explosions. Know what I mean? Oh man. Wouldn't you wish to be this thick, this swole, so that you could flex and then say, I would like more pickles on my McDonald's cheeseburger? And they would say, yes, sir, you can get as many pickles as you want. Did you just call me sir? I identify as a kitty. You bastard. And then you pick up the cash register and you act like you're going to throw it out and you're like, I'm just kidding. I would just like some more pickles, please. And then they give you a couple pickles. Did you know that you can get a couple pickles? You can just like go up there and say, hey, I just want like a couple pickles. I think that's pretty neat because I like pickles. I like pickle juice too. I've seen people drink pickle juice, but I can't say I've normally drank pickle juice. I mean, I've tried it before, but it just seemed like it was kind of like, you know, a little salty. Oh, They're sending me in with a bunch of fresh newbies. I must protect them. Kelvy? Bit. How do you say that? Bertil? I guess Bertle. And Mickle. Mickle likes nickels. Even though nickels are a waste and you shouldn't produce them. Whinge. Ooh, he sounds impatient today. Maybe he doesn't like these youngins. I'll give them some tips on how they can win him over with slab efficiency. Hello? This is like me driving like a car, like a transport. Oh, wait, that... Okay. Taunty? What's a taunty? I don't know what a taunty. I guess I need to look that up later. Cat has vast knowledge, you see, but doesn't mean that Cat knows everything, you know. Excuse me, sir. Is that Gunner just not shooting at us? He's just gonna hanging out? Oh. I guess maybe he didn't want to hit his buddy. That's understandable. I appreciate that you did not want to hit friend. Because if you hit friend, well, you know, then we have infighting. You don't really see that very often in games anymore. You know, like back in the Doom days, it was pretty easy to get like a enemy to like accidentally hit another enemy, and then you could get infighting to happen, and that was kind of fun. Can't really do that these days. It's just like I'm a riot policeman back on my home planet. Although I don't really have a home planet, I was more like born inside of a nebula. So that was neat, you know. It formed into a big, massive thing. Gooey. Doesn't that look great? Doesn't it look great to just bash and shoot things? I gotta say. Wait, bulwark. I can feel some sympathy for everybody in Warhammer, and I would like to be friends with more peoples in the Warhammer. But I always feel like Chaos, it's kind of hard to be your friends with these people when they're like, "Oh, you're for the dark gods," and then they're trying to sacrifice you, you know? Just, eh. This doesn't seem as, nice and friendly. Although I could probably, force some Dark Elves and other peoples, and Chaos Marines actually too, to be my friends. I had this thing where I was thinking it would be fun if I could, use my magical influence to make some Dark Eldar be my friends, and then I would make them go around and be friendly and confuse the ever-living poop out of people, you know? Just, like, walk up to them and be like, "Hello, would you like to be Eldar friend?" And they're like, "You're gonna take me and torture me, please don't." And it's like, "Oh, no, we're not gonna take you and torture you." That seems rude. But, like, I was actually imagining, like, there was, like, an Inquisitor, like, an Ordos Inquisitor, who was trying to get some information out of, like, these Dark Eldar Cabal, and they were on it, like, you know, to trade. And they were going to trade some unfortunate Imperial citizens that they were like, okay, well, we have to get this information, so we're going to trade these Imperial citizens. And it's unfortunate, but we're going to do it. And we're going to sell them to slavery. And the citizens are all terrified and stuff like that. And then they meet this Cabal, and the Cabal's like, okay, what did you want to trade for? Oh, we wanted to trade these civilians for information. We know how you guys are with slaves and stuff. It's like, okay, I guess. And then like, but like, so they like take them on board the ship, but instead of torturing them and stuff like that, they just give them a nice hot meal, and then like are like, okay, so you're all part of our crew now. Cat says we're not allowed to kill you or hurt you, so we're just gonna have you guys, you know, maybe clean the deck, please, and I guess we'll try to teach the children some facts about the universe, and then if you guys could please and thank you sign these nice little cat permission slips so that we can teach you about the cat. And they would be very confused, but then they would join, and then eventually they would get to the secret city of Cat. And in the secret city of Cat, it's just like former Imperial guys, Tau guys, Votan, everybody, and they're all just hanging out. And then they're all there with me. And slowly but surely, we would build our own little separate thing in a dimension, and occasionally I would send them out to go have fun and fight. And like, you know, like Chaos Marines who would start to worship a cat. But actually they wouldn't worship me, they would worship Ma Kali. And then we would worship Ma Kali together. And then I think we could have some neat rituals. And I could teach them all about how being compassionate is good, and how you should slay evil. And, you know, since there's a lot of evil in the Warhammer universe, they could still get to fight stuff. I think it's a good plan. I think it's a great plan, really. And since they're all going to be nice and stuff like that, it'll confuse the ever-living crap out of everybody. Isn't that nice? Isn't it fun to be mysterious? Mysterious? I don't know. I always like doing stuff like that. Part of the reason I like the Tau so much is because I like... oh, hey, somebody joined! Heavy joined. Hello, Heavy. You look very Russian with your shirt. I think it's this way. And here's something. Oh, it turns out there was something. I feel like we came from there, but maybe they know where we're going. I don't know. Why not? Let's see if fellow Slab is... oh, no, fellow Slab is wrong. I think. Fellow Slab is Badong. I think you don't think I'd be a great leader? I would be a great big brain leader. Grogan Stairs. Don't waste it, but we're not going to come back here. But, no, I just think that's kind of fun. And I always, like, I guess these are called soup armies, but I like the armies where you can, like, mix together, like, a bunch of different stuff. And I always like collecting a bunch of different stuff. There aren't too many factions I really want to collect a whole army of. Like, for instance, like, I would like to collect a whole army of Tau, and I'm getting some more Tau. And I would like to collect a whole army of Space Marines. I already have, like, kind of a small Space Marine army. But I want to add to it. Like, stuff like that is cool. But there's a lot of, like, other armies where I just kind of want to collect a few of them. Like, for instance, I think Cabalite Warriors are pretty cool looking. You know, stuff like that. And I have some Guardians and stuff like that. But I like the idea of being able to mix together units and, like, tie them together with, like, thematic elements and, things like that. Like, I always liked being able to use, multiple factions together. Although... I understand that part of the reason you can't, like, usually do that on the tabletop too much is because you tend to make the armies kind of broken. Thankfully, in Age of Sigmar, you can get a Cities of Sigmar army, and that's pretty... That's got a lot of different stuff in it, and that's kind of cool. I like being able to mix the models together and... I don't think I've heard this heavy guy say anything yet, so I don't know what ogre voice he's using, or ogren voice he's using. But yeah, no, I like being able to do that, and I like being able to, like, mix stuff together. It's part of the reason that I've considered, seeing if I could get some of the old, Dogs of War miniatures and kind of, like, mush them together. Because I like the concept of, like, a bunch of different guys fighting together, even if it's just for coin. Although, generally, I do prefer that they have better motivations. These days, honestly, I find it kind of hard to play, like, actual bad guys, as in, like, monstrous armies. Because anytime I think about their motivations, it gets, like, kind of harder for me, because, you know, I'm like, I don't know, I want them to have, like, good motivations. I want them to be able to, you know, like, help people out and, like, stop abuse and things like that. Or at least, you know, have a reason for, like, what they're doing and, like, defending stuff. It's part of the reason why I've written my own, like, the Space Marine chapter and stuff like that. And also part of the reason why I can't play, Black Templars or, Marines Malevolent type armies. Because I just don't like the idea of just being a, meanie bobini. Even if you're not, like, necessarily the most moral, it's just, like, something about, like, cruelty is just, I don't know, not fun. Just like, you know, revenge. Don't get much out of revenge. I mean, not that I've never used my tentacles to smack somebody who's upset me. But, you know, it's better to be good and to hit things with niceness. And only when necessary, not to just be a horrible, horrible monster. I kind of wonder, could I make this so, like, they would have to climb over to hit me? Does that work? I don't know. Maybe not. Me and other Ogren both have big gun. I think our big I think heavy stubbers. Yeah, these are heavy stubbers. That's kind of weird. She sounds less upset, but the Sergeant Man sounds more upset. Cool. It's kind of weird. But yeah. Now, not that there's never any fun to be play, like, with certain villains and stuff like that. Like, I do think that, like, for instance, vampire counts and, like, Warhammer Fantasy can be kind of fun, and you can kind of write them to be interesting. Oh. Please shoot large angry dog. Thank you for shooting large angry dog. And you know, I do like playing Beastmen to a certain extent. Beastmen can be fun. I really like the Beastmen miniatures. But I don't know, I do tend to like it better if they, like, have good reasons for doing stuff, you know? Just adds to it. But I'm one of them big story cats. I like it when the stories make sense and you're not, you know, you can learn about what's going on and, like, you get invested in the characters and things like that. That's my favorite stuff. Is this the same one down there? Oh, he is also using the Russian. Oops. Dang it. There we go. He's also using Big Man Russia voice. Understandable. It's the best voice, honestly. That's also the voice that was fighting against a bunch of Chaos Marines and then managed to beat them all down. So, you know, best voice, really, if you think about it. May as well. It is a nice view. See, the Slab is best character because Slab knows how to appreciate the little things. Because he has to, because he works with little things. I suppose if a Slab was running up to me like that, I would have to back up. Because I am Cat and would be like, oh no, his dying hands, he pet me too much at once! And then he would get too much fluff and affection. And what are you gonna do then? What if he mutates into another big cat? Then you gotta teach him how to be a big cat, you know? And some people are not about that life. Some people are like, no, I don't want to be happy and cute. I want to be miserable. It's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll leave you to it then. This is always unfortunate when they say that kind of stuff. Because I like being cute and fluffy, motherfucker. These guys aren't cute and fluffy. That's why we gotta punish them. We gotta make them learn. If they can learn to burn. Someone joined us. Someone joined us right at the end. Ooh. We do make a good team, tiny lady. Now quickly, climb inside of my shield and pilot it. Because I'm going to turn it into a sled. And by that I mean climb on top of it and then I'm going to chuck you at the enemy. And I think you could kind of treat that like a vehicle. You know? So if you have vehicle proficiency, maybe you can steer it. You never know. You gotta figure out if they have the vehicle proficiency or not before you throw them on the shield. Because if you do it like if you throw them on the shield first, I don't think it's as helpful. You know, you would think some weird magic rods like this would last longer. Alright. Time for me to carry with my big hands and prove that big hands are good for carrying stuff. And, or flavoring ice cream? I do think that it would be nice if these could cool ice cream for us. I'd be into that. Ooh, it could be mint chocolate chip. I do sometimes wonder if the Slab is just better at, like, killing stuff than the others, because it does sometimes seem like when I play Slab, it's, like, way easier than if I play Veteran. Oh. I have been meeting so many fun doggies today. Gosh dang it. I have come to believe that the doggies in this game are my mortal enemies, and that they wish to nip at me. Jeez. Oh, that worked. See, he's a clever man. A clever Ogren man with big, strong arm. He's got to throw it like a football. There we go. I don't know if you can get that up there. It looks like it's kind of a further throw. Or I tried to get it, but it didn't really work. There we go. Now we're doing it. Now we're thinking like a moving company. That wasn't a great position for you to be sniping in. Okay. I'm gonna move back here. I wonder what's in this thingy. What's in this magical healing thing? I like to believe it's pixie dust? Emperor dust. There you go, Emperor pixie dust. If you think about it, in the right frame of mind, the Emperor really is just a gigantic pixie. Ooh, that's a lot of Deca. Nice. I think we did a really good job there. Honestly, since I've been playing this game... Ooh, he's level 21. Since I've been playing this game, I keep thinking that I want to get more, I want to get some Ogrins. I want to find something I can proxy them as in my Tau army. I feel like the Tau would know what to do with Ogrins. They'd know to feed them, and then give them cool guns. Same with a bunch of guardsmen at their side. That'd be beautiful. That's level 20s. I gotta tell you though, I've been having a lot of fun putting together Warhammer guys lately. I put together some stealth suits last night, and they just look so cool. I have some Space Marines I still need to put together, some intercessors. Although, unfortunately, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about intercessors not really being super great to put in the put in your Space Marine armies. I hope this is not entirely true, because intercessors, I just think they look really cool. Or what is the I think the Phobos ones are like infiltrators? I kind of want to get some of those as well. I like the Phobos Marines, I like the Primaris Marines, they all look great. I would like the Firstborn Marines more if they were bigger sized. You know, I'd like it more if they were big boys. With big joys. That would be better. I would be really into it. And then I would paint them, and I would make them look like beautiful Rift Drakes with teal armor. I really like teal. I really like teal and indigo and turquoise. Turquoise was the other color that for some reason wasn't coming to my brain for a second there. Okay. Let's see if we can do one more mission with Slab. Levels up just a little bit more.
Sergeant Major, your operatives' reports lack sufficient data. I must know everything that occurs.
Yeah? Like you're not already listening in to every Vox channel on the...
Hello. Do you enjoy working for the Inquisition? I enjoy working for the Inquisition. They gave me big guns, and they let me wear this big shirt. I think honestly, it's a pretty good gig. They kind of look like they started to give you a haircut, and then they like stopped like midway through. You should go get your haircut finished. Oh. Weird that it didn't connect me to another team. Maybe there's just not that many people playing right this moment. But that's fine. I'm okay with leading a team with my beaming ogre brain. You know, it's so smart that if I like blink too hard, and I close my eyes for too long, a beam will shoot out of my head. You know, kind of like it does with Sparky. But this beam is pure ogre power, so it's much more terrifying. It scares the enemy. The enemy says things like, "Hey, Ogrins aren't supposed to do that." But then I do it anyway. Not a mean, Jimmy Dean?
A supply stockpile has been identified at Manufactorum HL1736. It is in heretic hands. Our
Heretics.
are reaching critical status. This stockpile could tip the balance.
What have I told you about consorting with heretics?
Consignment yard, Sigma, 5
That it was fun? I mean, yeah. You never know. They could say some weird, funny stuff to you. And then you could look at them and go, hey, that's weird. But then you gotta shoot them just in case they try to summon a demon. And those demons, let me tell you, some of them, pretty cool. Those demons at Nurgle, though, they kind of like really like to stink up a place. You know? So you gotta be careful about that.
If it wasn't for the uniform, you couldn't call them soldiers.
We all have our part to play in the Omnissiah's holy design.
What do you mean? They look like soldiers.
So, primary function, weapons manufacture.
I mean,
Weapons this place makes, we start losing wars.
Data interrogators deployed in production Nexus Sigma 57 will grant access to the consignment yard.
You're worried about something? I don't want to hear
I
it.
guess I do kind of wonder. Oh Lord, what is happening? I mean, I do kind of wonder like how the war is going for this place. It seems like there's a lot of people here who have turned traitor. That's usually a bad sign. Especially if they're doing chaos culty stuff. Although, to be fair, it doesn't really seem like the Temple of the Emperor is much better than Chaos for a lot of reasons. Lots of murder and, horrible working conditions. And slavery. And, you know, fart smellers who smell the Emperor's farts and go, "The Holy Emperor has farted right into my nostril. I know what I must do." I hope there aren't too many people doing that, because I'm imagining his corpse farts would not be pleasant. Lord. But you know, I mean, I guess it makes some sense if you were in a manufactorum like this and probably being treated terribly all the time. You could probably justify, at least to yourself, like turning to chaos and being like, yeah, I'd rather be ruled by these guys than these guys. Although, I mean, I'm not sure why they chose Nurgle. Like, all the Chaos Gods, sometimes I just, like, wonder why he choose Nurgle. Although, I guess he is at least, you know, Papa Nurgle, and people seem to like his grossness a little bit. I mean, you know, hey, there's reasons that it's kind of it can be kind of nice to be gross, and, you know, be comfortable with it, and have maggots wiggling around inside you, and then you can go, oh boy, I am Maggot Lad. I am Maggot Lady 2.0. The return. The reckoning. The reckoning of Maggot Lad. Oh, Lord. It seems like the local planetary defense forces turned as well, considering how well equipped these cults are. I am kind of wondering, like, how bad things were on this particular planet. Because they're almost always bad on Imperium worlds. Sometimes you get, like, a nice world that is few and far between, excuse me. I would try to give my workers, like, breaks and, kitty snacks? Yeah, kitty snacks would be good. I'm sure they would appreciate them. Ooh, a vending machine. Where when you go on your break, you can also go get, like, a candy bar. That sounds pretty good. A nap room. Nap rooms would be nice. There we go. But, you know, I wonder how difficult it would be to actually run a nap. Well, being in a place like this size, it would probably be pretty difficult to get a nap room going. I mean, like, you'd need a lot of beds, and then if you didn't want to spread Nurgle-type illnesses and bed bugs and things like that, you'd have to clean them on a regular basis. And that just doesn't seem like it would be super possible. Unless it's all automatic. Or maybe you could give, like, disposable sheets. You know, like, kind of like the ones they can have in, like, certain hospital rooms. Where they have, like, the disposable, like, thing you can sit on. Or, like, it's like a sheet that you can pull on over the, chair that you can get rid of. It's pretty neat. I've seen them before. It's kind of cool. Maybe you could do that, and then everybody could get, like, a nap room, and everybody could take, like, nice naps. And then production would still be good. I mean, because production is, I guess, the thing they're most concerned about. I'm more concerned about making sure that these guys have a nice place to live and a nice place to, snuggle up at night and make sure that they're comfy. I mean, honestly, I think you could probably prevent a lot of the, rebellions in the Imperium if you just made the place, like, a little bit nicer to live. But no, we need more production now. It's like, well, can't we automate some of this? Like, okay, like, the whole thing of, like, they're terrified of AI, but, like, come on, automation for some of this stuff is not that difficult. They always talk about, like, oh yeah, they don't know how technology works. I'm like, obviously they know, at least to a certain extent, that how some technology works. Like, they'd have to, like, otherwise they wouldn't be able to invent new things, and they do invent new things, and they do, like, make new stuff, and then they also understand, like, STCs that they get sometimes. Like, there's two versions of Warhammer lore where there's, like, the stuff where they're saying, like, and no one understands it. It's like, yeah, but and yet they do repairs on stuff, and they manage to fix them, and they manage to keep them going. They have to understand some pretty basic stuff to at least be able to do that. Like, then just be like, no, they just printed the machine. It's like, no, they don't. Come on. The aspects in this is something like a computer. Like a portable computer. Like, they have some understanding. So they just use that some of their understanding to just make some of the factories more automated. And then there you go. You can get people some nice naps, and then people will stop rebelling so much because, oh boy, I don't want to lose my nice place to take a nap. And then, you know, like, they're just going to be like, wow, I really like working on this manufactorum. Not like the last one where they had to move me because the place was invaded. Here, you actually get some butterscotch cookies. Actually, do you know how easy it is to make people happy? You could just, like, make a lot of peanut butter. Make a lot of peanut butters. Or peanut butter... Ooh, make a lot of, like, Reese's-type peanut butter cups. Like, make a factory that produces them like this. It's like this, but it's like a whole box of Reese's peanut butter cups. See? I'm stopping rebellions left and right. People should take my advice. Give people a Reese's break. Or, you know, give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that. Heretic. Heretic juice. Oh, one of our guys died. How the heck did that guy die? Wait, what? Where is the... Oh, it's up there. Here, we'll do this and then we'll go get that guy. Oops, I missed it. And weird Q.
All systems green. Uplink restored.
Hello. Please get up so you can help us. But you know, like, I think we could make this, like, just at least a little bit more pleasant. Like, I kind of like how in the some of the Eisenhorn books and some of the Caiaphas Cain books, it seems like they have pretty normal lives, at least for part of it. But yeah, we'll use big robots to fix some of this stuff. And then it's not technically AI. I mean, if the Mechanicus can get away with using Castellan robots, then we can probably get rid of doing, or get away with doing some automation, you know? And then we can make some automation, and then some of this stuff just to, we don't need as many workers going to, like, horrible, horrible lives. And then we can, you know, organize them in better ways. And it's a whole nice thing, honestly. I'm just saying, we could do that. Ooh, see, this is why I need to have some Votan in my army, so that they can tell us how to use their automation and stuff like that from the dark age of technology to make nice factories where people can live and have nice times. Oops. There we go. And then, you know, once we do that, I can have my nice little Imperial Guard units who have, like, fancy clothes and comfy stuff. Yeah. She sounds a little less mean than normal, and I'm kind of wondering about that. Is it because everybody liked it when they said that when she said good varlet? I would prefer it if you were not able to collect me while I had my shield up, sir. But I see that that's not the way we're playing today.
You think I'm stupid? I see it in your eyes. Brains ain't everything, big man.
I have bigger brain than you. I'm trying to think about what incentives you could give them. Oh, I know. Promotions and stuff, and then you get to go live in a nice part of the hive. Well, honestly, wouldn't you be better off just yeah, let your population grow, but maybe like have like certain contingency plans so it can't grow like too big, and then like you can kind of like actually, you know, live a pretty nice, meaningful life within your cities. I mean, hive cities just seem unnecessary. I don't know. It's weird. I've been to a couple hive cities, let me tell you what, and those places are always kind of nasty.
Would be
Okay, I mean, we are now, I promise. It ran past, like, all of them to go for me.
Not laughing now.
Nice. Hmm. See, this is why I just like going for Tau, because then wouldn't have to justify having some automation. I could just have automation. But aren't they all like dictatorial and authoritarian? It's like, well, yeah, but like so is the Imperium, you know. So I could be an imperial dictator and have a nice world with some space marines, and I could have the space marines run things and get some controls on society. It'll be nice. It'll be great. And then hopefully we won't have gangs, because when your boss is a space marine, you probably don't want to try and like jump him. Yeah. Plans all coming together. And then I'll make it so that the people in charge get tails. And then it turns out that all the people in charge are just cats. Would you work under a cat? Of course you would. You should sign up for my cat programs, where you get to, pet me. I'm very floofy.
Support team is now inbound to your location.
Cool.
Landing beacon.
Can work now.
Objectives are
Huh. That was interesting. We actually saw, like, did you see, like, the bzzz going up the line? Oh. Hello.
Purely heretics. Crunch them all.
That's true. You gotta crunch the heretics, big fella. Let me tell you. It's a bit of a, what you call it? It's like the art of the situation, you know? You gotta crunch the heretics. Wait, where's the sniper? Oh. Oh, there he is. Yeah, got it. Smack him. Alright, almost finished securing the yard. Where are these last guys? Oh, there's one. There's another one. It does not really look like I'm hitting that guy. Oh, I think one of them shot him. Cool.
purge nearing completion. At last.
You said it, sister. It's nice to have this place purged. Oh, man. I'm so good at purging, guys. Let me tell you the truth. I'm the best at purging. When you look at purging, you look at the definition in the dictionary of the Imperium, and I'm there going, look at this. Not really. I would much rather hug than purge. However, In this case, it makes sense because they're very spiky and doing a lot of bad. Oh, I like that that lady's so excited to help. Isn't it cool? Don't we have a nice team here? With a pretty tech priest lady, and a nice flying lady, and an angry British man. Okay. Oh boy. But yeah, I think we can improve the Imperium, and by that I mean I think a bunch of you should break away and join me. I think it would be good for you. Great for you, even. I would have snacks. Don't you want some snacks? I think it's worth it. Just saying. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed watching me purge and talking. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.